Usually I record the lessons facing the cross, but this time you're going to have to look at me. Will I give this sermon? Will I give this lesson? The lesson is on adultery and divorce. The question that I get asked every time we have this gospel or the associated gospels out of the other of the synoptic gospels is it true that if a person within any of the Christian churches is committing adultery, if he or she remarries or has sexual relations with a person other than the person to whom he or she spoke their vows before God? Or is that just for Catholics or Anglicans? And I shall answer in the same way that I answered all of the questions in regards to Lent, in regards to fasting, in regards to every other question of the Christian faith. Is there a special Bible for a few believers? Or is there one Bible for all Christians? Answer that. Is there just one Bible? Or is there this one Bible for these little people, and one Bible for those little people, and this Bible for that little group, and this little Bible for that little, and these? There is just one Bible. There is just one. Why would Christ, in Moses' law and the Ten Commandments, only apply to some Christians in some circumstances? Did Christ ever split hairs? When he was talking to his disciples, did he ever split hairs? No. Does the Christ appear to any of you as some petty, fogging prophet, making up rules for those he likes, indifferent rules for those he doesn't, making up a set of rules for some days when you want to feel holy, and then other days for the rest of the days? If you dare to answer in the affirmative to any of these, get away from me, children of Satan. Get away. Jesus is the Christ, the Savior of the world for all Christians. There is one set of rules, one set of laws, one set of commandments for all Christians. And this in every Christian Bible is written for every Christian. There's no different Bible for different groups. Yes, there are different translations, but they all have the Word. And the Word is for all. So yes, if you divorce a legal civil process, you are still morally, still religiously married to the person in the eyes of God. Every sexual act with another person is an adulterous act, bar none. And when you divorce someone, you then cause that person to commit adultery. So the sin is your sin, not theirs. Because you divorced them. They didn't bring the sin upon themselves. You did. That is exactly what Jesus spoke in the gospel. He said, whoever divorces his wife causes her to commit adultery. He doesn't say anything about you who does the divorce, but he's talking about you who divorces her. So you bear the sin of her. You bear the sin for both of you. And if you returned to your spouse, if you're a man and you returned to your moral, spiritual wife and attempted to have sex with her again, that would be legal, moral, and religious rape. For you can rape the person to whom you are wed, legally, morally, and religiously. They have the right in Christian law to say no. And the rule of thumb no longer applies. No one in any Christian and Jewish faith may beat their spouse, ever. Love is the rule of law. If you wish to morally and religiously terminate a marital union, you must be annulled by the ecclesiastical or church court, or what's called a tribunal, depending on which of the Pentecostal or Anglican or Catholic church you are in. Only if, after reviewing the marriage, it is found to be non-sacramental, will you be released from that sacred contract. That is why within the ceremony, it is required to have these words, quote, "Marriage is not a contract which should be entered into quickly, under false pretenses, or without due cause. This is a contract with and before God, and this is a contract for life." Are there any questions?